And now, Congressman Huelskamp, Kansas.
Thank you, Jeff. Congressman Huelskamp from the state of Kansas, and it's a pleasure to join my colleagues today. And like each of them, I was part of a freshman class that pledged to do better, pledged to do bigger, pledged to do the work of the American people. Far too often around Washington, it's do as I say, not as I do. But today we're here to say, do as we do. Do as we do. And on behalf of the American people, my office is planning on returning $145,000, or about 10% of our allocation, to the U.S. Treasury. And on behalf of the American people, we ask Speaker Boehner to use this money to pay down the debt. While many come to Washington with the goal of changing the culture of this town, far too often Washington seems to change them first. Those who want Washington to change its spending ways must do first in our own offices. It's not enough to talk the walk, you've got to walk the walk. And that's why you see us here today talking about this. But there is an assumption, a dangerous assumption in Washington that has to change. And it's the assumption that regardless of the performance or regardless of need, somehow the spigot of taxpayer money will continue to flow. This mentality pervades both Congress and the bureaucracy, and certainly the White House. American families and businesses have no such expectations, and they know that performance and economic circumstances dictate how much money we can have or spend. So, Mr. Speaker, I know you share our goal of getting America's fiscal house in order, and sadly $1 million is just a small dent in the huge hole, but it is a good first step. It doesn't just say something, it saves something. So do as we do, not as we say. Thank you. Thank you, Tim Huelskamp from Kansas. The amount that I will be returning to the Treasury is about the equivalent to 1 hour on Air Force One. But this is about leadership. In this House, with the new Republican majority, we led by cutting our own budgets first. If we're going to ask every agency in this town to do more with less, we started. This is on top of our own votes to cut our own budgets. My understanding, that has not happened before. This is a new time. So we're asking every agency, including the president, if you are serious. I heard you in the State of the Union address. If you're really serious, you lead by example. The American people are tired of talking. They're looking for action, and there are 8 folks who say, no, we're leading by action. We're going to continue to do so. We'll look at every angle we can to make this happen. With $15 trillion bearing down on our children and grandchildren, we must lead and actually act in the same way.